Alright guys, so today's officially my 1 month anniversary in Siege. In today's video, I wanted to go over my experience and maybe share some tips here and there about what I've learned from the game, because trust me, it's not easy learning this game. If you want to follow along with me, I live stream on Twitch every day around 1 p.m. If you enjoyed this video and you like my progress so far, don't forget to leave a like and comment down below any tips or tricks you also might have, or just, what you've learned from these videos so far. Consider subscribing as well, it helps me out a ton, it's free to you, and I would really appreciate it. Anyways, I'm gold 2 now, hoping to become plat by the end of the season, maybe even hit emerald, which would be kind of insane for my first season in the game, but you never know where the game's going to take you. I have linked down below my R6 tracker so you can see my stats, most played operators, and just kind of see what I've been doing. So with that being said, let's hop right into the video. So the other day I posted TikTok like 5 tips for new players from new players, and today I just want to make a quick video about what exactly it's kind of like being a new player in Rainbow Six and year 9, just starting out, and what my experience has been like. A few tips maybe here and there, how my experience has gone, what I've learned, what I would kind of do differently maybe, and yeah. And I would say this game's a lot of fun, actually, especially if you are someone who likes, say you like Call of Duty, because that's where I'm coming from. You like something maybe a little slower paced. Like, I have decent aim in COD, but sometimes I'll be playing someone on PC or something like that even still, and they just will destroy me, and it's kind of annoying sometimes. It's nice in this game because there's no crossplay. Well, there's crossplay between Xbox and PC, and PlayStation, I mean, but not PC, which I think Call of Duty needs, immediately, and it's something that I think is really ruining the game. But this game is a lot of fun because it's a lot slower paced, it's more fun, there's just more to think about. There's so many more different options in your game, and it's not just the same thing over and over again with competitive Call of Duty, which I feel like it's just you play ranked. I know they just added a bunch of new guns into the game, but 2 weeks ago you had one AR you could use, and you had, I think, 2 or 3 different SMGs, you had one pistol, and that was it. So there's only maybe 10 or 12 different ways you could change that up, versus this has 70 operators, 60, 70 operators. Each one has 2 or 3 primaries, 2 to 3 secondaries. It's just insane, the difference, even just in the ranked that is in this game. This game's been out for so long too that there's so many strategies. You're on offense, you go quick, you go fast, you go hard hitting, or you kind of slow it down, take out the roamers, get map control, game control. It's just, I think it's a lot of fun, this game. There's so many different ways you could play it, there's so many different characters you can play, they all interact with each other differently. It's just such a unique game, I think, and it's so fun that I truly do enjoy it. And I think it's nice too because, yeah, sure, it's a one-shot headshot that's a little cheeky sometimes. I will admit, sometimes I get kills that are a little oh, how the hell do you even get that kill? And then shit like that happens. Okay, I got it. If you are just getting into this game, I think definitely my biggest struggle so far has been map knowledge, which just with any game that comes over time. You could run around in a private match and just figure out sightlines and stuff, which I've done a little bit from time to time, but truly the best way to learn is to just play more. And I think actually playing quick play is good because there's no map bans or anything. You just kind of join a game. You're on whatever map you're on. You know what I mean? There's nothing to it. You just join up and you're on a map. I think that's great because there's definitely some maps that you just don't play in ranked, and I think it's kind of annoying because I want to learn all the maps. And also I want to get into I think the hardest part too is I don't have friends that play this, so whenever I play, I try to keep my mic on so I can interact with more people. Someone invites me to an Xbox party, I join 9 times out of 10. Unless it's last round, I'm already dead. I know they're just trying to troll me. But yeah, so learn the maps. I would recommend actually playing the new maps like Lair, Night Haven, just because like people in this game, they've been playing it forever. Like Clubhouse has been in this game for so long. Porter, like those maps are like OG maps, and they're just gonna know way more about the maps. Like just hands down, people have put so much time into the game, they'll just know more. Also, the recoil in this game could be quite intense for some of the guns, especially like this secondary SMGs. The best way is just go into the firing range or just play with them, and you'll just learn the recoil. This game too, like centering is such a huge deal because you have to center like head level. Like see how he wasn't centering head level, but he still did get a headshot, but he had to like flick up to it. If he was just centered on his head, like I should have been centered in that last like play too. But if you're centered to the head, you just aim at the head and you get that one-shot headshot. They're down so quickly, and there's not much they can do. Like there's nothing you can do if someone's one-shotting you and you have to put at least 3 or 4 in. Definitely centering, recoil, you'll get it down like with your aim and everything. And I'm not gonna lie, people are like, oh, you're trolling because you watch Jinxie or something, but I play on console. If you're playing on console, sometimes like watching someone that plays on PC, well yeah, like the strats and everything are the same, they're just gonna be having like ridiculous aim that no one will ever have on console. Like it's just aiming with a mouse is so different than aiming with a controller. It's just night and day. I would say it's good to know more operators. Like obviously the more you could adapt to the situation, but if you're just starting out, pick like 2 or 3 defenders, 2 or 3 attackers, and stick with them for a little bit. You want to it's better to master a handful of operators than just be playing, every operator you have unlocked and never knowing really how to play them. It's just, it will make a huge difference. That was kind of like what I did when I first started out. I stuck to a few different operators. That's bad aim. Yeah, like you'll just learn how to play those operators pretty easily, and it will be pretty useful. Okay, so attackers, I would learn Buck. I would learn Ace. Ace is here. He's, I think, the best hard breacher in this game. He's got his hard breaching device, the Selma, can be thrown, which means you can open a wall from pretty far away, and it's pretty easy to get the wall open. You can get hatches open too. And then he's got the AK-12, which is probably one of the best guns in the game. And then I would also learn Dokkaebi. Dokkaebi, I think, is really OP. She's got the calls, and you can just hear any roamer. They're either gonna have to answer the call, or they're just gonna have to let it buzz, and you could figure out exactly where they are. And then you could also get their cams if you get a roamer who's just playing by themselves. So I think those are probably 3 great operators to learn. They have really good guns. Dokkaebi has right here the MK12 EBR, does 60 damage, so it's a 2-shot anywhere, pretty much to any operator. And she has the SMG-12, and she also has stuns and EMPs. If Thatcher gets banned and your team needs EMPs to open a wall, you got EMPs here. She kind of does it all. I think she's really strong. I try to ban her most games because she's a pain to play, especially if you're solo queuing. And then defenders, I would learn Mute. Mute is a good pick on site. He's got the signal disruptors. Literally just place them wherever drones could come, and he will just disrupt them. You could also use him as wall denial. Not the best wall denial player, but still can be used for wall denial. And then he's got probably the best shotgun in the game, and the SMG-11, and a C4. He's just got a crazy loadout, crazy good ability. Next, I would learn Azami. Azami is another player who, she's good on any site. You could literally make pixel peaks anywhere with her Kiva barriers. Some sites, she's even stronger than others, like say basement on Chalet. You could get like crazy one-ways on the stairs. You could block the drone hole. You could just make a like head glitch or a pixel site for yourself on the main wall, on the cellar wall. Like, she just kind of is another operator that does it all. Her gun, she has the shotgun, which is I prefer the submachine gun. And she's got the deagle, so you could even make holes for yourself. I usually run impacts with her. You can make rotations. You could even destroy your barriers, say if you need to rotate out of somewhere quickly and your barrier's dropping it. So she's another really strong operator. And then the last one, probably I would recommend, is Legion. Legion has a really good gun here, the T5 SMG. You got super short, you can set up sight. Impacts, helping you set up sights too. And the goo mines are really good, especially if you're playing a shield op, because it will slow them down. It'll make them have to, fall back, take out the goo mine, and it's gonna do a little bit of tick damage. And it's a sound cue. They're really loud. You could even be playing with no headset. You could be playing on your TV, and you'll hear the goo mine go off. And then, fourth, so learn Cade or Bandit, because you need to learn someone who has wall denial. Some sites you just need it, and your teammates just refuse to run it. I honestly prefer Cade just because he could get the hatches and he could get walls, where Bandit can just get walls, and he's a 3-speed and a 3 health. And you're gonna be usually with these two, you're gonna be in sight, bunkered down. So if you just have more health, you're just gonna have a little bit more edge. Yeah, I think Cade is good. Bandit is a little easier to bandit trick with. But Cade, you could also set up your Cades, especially if you have Thatcher Band, where they just can't get them with the EMPs. So yeah, I think both are really good. Learn one of them, learn how to trick with them. You could even learn how to impact trick, especially for hatches. So there's a lot of things you could do. But honestly, most defenders are pretty good in this game. You just have to know how to play them. There's a few that aren't really good, like Tachanka. He's really not that good. Just pick your players, as long as you're picking someone not terrible. Glaz is pretty hard to learn and pretty unique player. Same with Zero. Iana's good too if you're playing solo. She gets a lot of info with her clones. Literally, you have unlimited clones / drones with her. So that's who I would recommend playing when you first start out. So I think the final tip is use your drones and cameras, because this game is very different than I don't know any other first person shooter where you have drones and cameras like this. So it just allows you to get info for yourself and your team with you in a safe spot, not dying. You know what I mean? You could get info so easily. You could see who they're playing, where they're playing, what they have set up, where they have it set up, to just give you information and decide what the best play is going to be. So drone, in the prep phase, make sure you're droning. Sometimes it's better to just set up a pre-placed drone or drone back to spawn to save your drone, because you get 2 drones and only 2 drones. Some operators like Twitch or Brava, you have the other ones, and Iana. Use your drones effectively. A lot of your teammates will just bomb their drones into sight and lose them, but you want to make sure you have your drones in a good spot. And then cams. When the round first starts up, I would recommend hopping on cams right away. Even if they're shooting them, you can see. It lets you know where they're coming from. They shoot the warehouse cams, by Jacuzzi on Clubhouse. If they shoot those cams, they're probably going to be pushing Jacuzzi side. And if they don't shoot the other cams and no one's around them, they're probably not pushing, say, CCTV or garage side. Even just seeing what cams they shot out, if you don't see anyone on cams, if you see which ones they shot out, it even gives you info. So this game is so much about information, and that's why I love it. Actually, it's not just run and gun, out aiming your opponent like other games are. Obviously there's thinking in other games, Call of Duty is very click, where this game you can kind of, I don't want to say take your time, but you can kind of think about what you're going to do and really plan out what you're going to do, and I think that makes it really fun. Okay guys, if you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a like and comment down below what your favorite operator is and why. I really appreciate you watching the video and consider subscribing. Hope you guys have a good day. Peace.